Bill and Ben are twin engines and are controlled exactly the same. This can lead to not only Bill and Ben being competitive, but their drivers as well. One evening, Bill's driver arrived with some news. "I'm off on holiday tomorrow," he said. "But what about me?" asked Bill. "Don't worry, my dad will be coming to drive you while I'm away. He used to drive engines all the time, although I expect he's a little rusty by now." Ben's driver laughed. "Looks like we better take the important work, Ben," he teased. Bill felt cross. "I'll show him," he thought. The next day, the Fat Controller arrived to speak to the twins. "I have a job for one of you," he said. Ben shot a mischievous grin at Bill. Bill looked back and saw his new driver fiddling clumsily with the controls. "Now, which of you would like to take these trucks down to the—" "I'll do it," interrupted Bill. Ben tried not to laugh. "This'll be fun," he thought. Bill coupled up to the trucks and tried not to look worried. Suddenly, he shot back into the buffers. "Are you sure you would like me to take them?" laughed Ben. "No, I wouldn't," snapped Bill as he finally set off in the right direction. But the journey didn't go any smoother. Bill was having a horrible time. He felt too hot, his wheels slipped, and he braked sharply. He was very relieved when they got to the yard. The driver tried to sound confident. "Now, the Fat Controller said he wanted us to shunt these trucks away," he said. Bill couldn't take any more. "No!" shouted Bill. "Boko can shunt them instead." For a moment there was silence. Then his driver made sure the brake was applied and stepped out of the cab. "Oh, I'm sorry, Bill," he sighed. "I thought I'd get the hang of it again. I'm sorry for giving you such a tough time." "Oh, I've really let my son down now," he said sadly. Bill didn't feel cross anymore. He knew that his new driver had been trying his best. Then he had an idea. "I know," he said. "I'll teach you." For the rest of the day, Bill told his driver what to do. "Driving yourself now, I see. Wheesh!" grinned Bill. Bill and his driver practiced well into the night. Soon, Bill found himself not needing to say anything. He puffed into his shed, ready to start work. The next day, their drivers returned. "Great news, Bill," said Bill's driver. "The Fat Controller said that because we did such a great job shunting yesterday, that he wants us to do it again." "We?" laughed Ben's driver. "What did you do? Bill did all the work." Bill's driver cheekily looked over. "How about a race?" he said. "Our engines can't help, just you and me." "You're on," laughed Ben's driver. Soon the twins were speeding around the yard. "This is great fun," called Ben. But Bill was a little worried. His driver hadn't remembered everything he'd been taught, and they were losing the race. Ben's driver knew it too. "Not so cheeky now, are ya?" he laughed. "Stop!" cried Ben. His driver looked onwards in horror. Ben was charging towards the turntable. The driver applied the brakes, but Ben was left dangling on the edge of the turntable. "We're coming!" cried Bill's driver as Bill raced towards Ben. "No!" shouted Ben. "You'll crash into me!" But Bill stopped. perfectly. Then he pulled Ben back onto the track. "What were you doing?" he scowled. "As I said to my old engine, watch the track, not the view." Then he turned to Bill, who was speechless. He hadn't taught him how to do that. "It's amazing what you remember in the heat of the moment, isn't it?" laughed his driver. At the end of the week, the Fat Controller came to see Bill's new driver off. "With skills like yours, you would be a welcome addition to my railway. Come back whenever you like." Bill's regular driver agreed. "From what I hear, you've still got it, Dad," he said. The father laughed. "Oh, I think I'll have to pass. My old back can't handle this railway life." Then he turned to Bill. "But I will miss you, Bill. Thank you for giving me a second chance." "I hope you come to visit soon," Bill smiled. "Maybe when my driver goes on holiday again." As for Ben's driver, he always keeps an eye on the track, especially when Bill's driver isn't on holiday. Hello! Why not join my Patreon? It has 5 tiers and many perks that I hope shows just how grateful I am to the lovely people who choose to support me. If you too would like a shout out, either in text form or voice, then be sure to donate to the £10 or £20 tier. Otherwise, I'm still very thankful for any amount given. Thanks for watching and have a great day.